All right, team, we got 3 mistakes and 2 things that went well on the last promotion board. And I want to take a few minutes to talk about what I saw as a board member. And every board, I take down some notes in addition to, the sheets that I have to fill out and what I provide back to everybody who appeared. And I typically even give them back their ERBs with some notes, whether it's just to clean up their SRB or as well as for their sponsor. So we'll go in no particular order. We'll start off with a mistake. How does that sound? And team, look, man, that's what this channel is all about: leadership development and getting after things that I think we don't talk about enough of, except on the wave tops. So we try to dig in on some of these things. If that's what you're into, then make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you can stay up to date on future content. And more importantly, man, leave some comments down below. That way we get your experience from your foxhole so it can enlarge and deepen the conversation. So a question was asked, what are the colors on a military map? And that was the question. What are the colors on a topographical map? So if you think about that question, the question was a straightforward, give me 5 colors, right? Black, brown, red, green, and blue, right? Pretty straightforward. And if you said red, brown instead of red, man, kudos for you. But what this soldier did was started off by listing the colors and what they mean. So he said black for man-made features, blue is for water, green, and just started falling apart because he was trying to make his answer too complicated, trying to put too much into it, and didn't have it down. It came across, and ultimately he was a no-go at that question. But sometimes I think the mistake here is, now look, team, if you're confident, giving more information is always going to be a plus. It's always going to be a plus. But if you're not 100% confident in the answer that you're giving and your ability to present it like this soldier was not, then what can happen is you can completely fall apart. And once you start to break down your answer and it starts to fall apart, it attacks that confidence. And it will show on your face, and it will show in your voice and in your inflection. And so that was a mistake, something that we need to learn to and avoid. We'll go with a positive thing. All right, so in every board, you're going to be asked to tell the board members a little bit about yourself, aka your bio, right? And the soldier went through his bio pretty quick, which was awesome. But the last thing that he said in his bio was a little bit different. I thought it was something worth putting in our kit bags, right? Because typically you'll end with short-term and long-term goals. But after that, he said 3 words that I would to describe myself with are. And I thought, man, there's something to that. That's a great. I'm gonna put that in my own kit bag, right? 3 words to describe yourself. And he gave some value-based words. But I thought that was really positive, a really, really good thing to add in. And again, it's something that I'm going to take. 3 words. What are 3 words that you would describe yourself with? Leave a comment down below. Go to a mistake again. Was asked questions about types of awards, and I'm trying to think of how the actual question was phrased. What are the different types of awards that you can wear in a military uniform? Something to that effect. And the soldier, he paused, he looked around a little bit, and he said, I don't know. Now, there's some danger in saying I don't know, and it's more than just not knowing an answer to that particular question. Because when we say I don't know, it does a couple things. One, it puts you on a train. had a president of the board a while back who called it the I don't know choo-choo train. Because once you start saying it, it becomes a crutch word, a crutch phrase to say question after question after question. I don't know, First Sergeant. First Sergeant at this time, I don't know. CSM, I don't know, right? And we just keep saying these words. When truth is, if you take a moment, if you take a pause, even if you didn't know the answer to the question, if we had studied for this board, then we could have said something like, First Sergeant, at this time, I do not know the specific answer to that question. However, I would reference Army Regulation 600-8-22 for the most up-to-date, pertinent answer. You're still not getting it right, but you're not wrong. Does that make sense? Like, if you don't know, then spit out the regulation. You can't do that all the time, right? You have to put forth some answers. Or if you could say the only thing I can remember at this time are badges and unit awards, and I would reference AR 600-8-22. Again, you're not right, but you're not losing your confidence. And you're keeping us on your side, right? You're keeping the board members on your side. Go another mistake. What is the minimum time requirements for promotion to sergeant? Asking a specialist, somebody who's appearing before the board, who wants to be a non-commissioned officer. And the question is, what are the minimum time requirements for promotion to sergeant? Team, I think we should know this answer, right? Does that make sense? Like, if it's a goal that you have, you said it in your bio, I want to become a sergeant. I want to become a non-commissioned officer. Then that's probably one that we should have. Know the things that you should have. Know the things that you should know, right? So when it comes to boards, and if you are a specialist, there's a little bit of leeway for myself, for somebody who doesn't have institutional training. It used to be that you would go to school first, and then go to the board to become promotable later. But now that you become promotable now, and then we'll send you to school. So there are some things that I don't expect because of institutional knowledge and experience that for a specialist to not have. But I expect you to dig into leadership, uniforms, PRT, all the things that NCOs do on the daily, and be able to talk about these things. If you are a sergeant, I expect you to be a T at all those, and I expect you to know stuff about NCOERs. Like, I don't expect too much from a specialist other than the wave tops to be able to answer about NCOERs. But if you're a sergeant, man, this is now your lane, and you are asking to become a rater of NCOs. So I expect you to know some stuff. So know the things that you should know. A positive thing, right? A soldier was asked a situational question, and the soldier said, first thing I'm going to do for Sergeant is I'm going to let my first line NCO know. And that is absolutely the right answer. Because now it's true, there's nothing new under the sun, right? All the new experiences and the events that our soldiers do in our charge, man, somebody else has done them in the past. And although it may be the first time that you have had to deal with this type of an issue or situation, odds are when you're talking to your squad leader or your platoon sergeant or your first sergeant, we've had these experiences before. And so we can help shape your actions, kick you left, kick you right. We can help put different other agencies or entities into action. It could be a referral. It could be just calling the chaplain and getting them on the phone, whatever the case is, right, for the particular instance. But letting your first line supervisor know is always the right answer. It's always part of the right answer, if that makes sense. So team, man, there's 3 mistakes and 2 positive things that I saw from last month's promotion board. Let me know your thoughts and your comments down below. That way we can continue to keep this conversation rolling and growing. Man, I appreciate your time. It's the most important thing that we have around us. We can't get our time back, and you've invested your time here, and I'm deeply appreciative for you. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you like it. More importantly, man, share it out with a friend or battle buddy so that we can continue to grow this community and this conversation. Until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.